Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
All right, I know a lot of you folks are already kind of kicking off the 4th of July weekend, but technically today is the 3rd of July on a Thursday. That means we are set up, the Young and Norvelle Show set up live on the patio, as you can see, at Sliders Oyster Bar. One more day, a few more hours maybe to bang through, and then it is a wonderful 4th of July weekend. It falls on a Friday, which is always cool. It's always cool when our bounce-around holidays fall on a Friday or a Monday. A lot of people have already taken the week off. I'm glad you're with us. I hope you're with us. Anyway, we've got a lot to cover today on the program. We hope to hear from Patrick Young a little bit later. No telling what Pat's schedule looks like, but he'll check in if he's got a minute or two. Zach Rothrock producing, our buddy Casey Kurtz taking some time off. Actually, I think Casey's downstate at a wedding, actually, but I don't want to give his personal life away. Okay, number one, let me welcome Zach Rothrock to the show. Back-to-back days, Zach. How you doing, man?
Back to back, yeah. Why not? Here we are.
How that?
I do appreciate that. Yeah, you said I'm number one. How about that? First and foremost.
Feeling good? Yeah,
I do. Good? I appreciate that. Yeah, I am feeling good.
Man, you got another great shirt on, man. What
Can't help it, man. I got nothing but bangers. This is.
I got a nice, just basic. I got a nice basic. What do you? Greg Norman shark kind of. That's the shark thing right there.
Yeah.
You know, but. It's nice,
very colorful though.
What are you rocking, man?
Mine's got some U.S. Navy ships on it. I don't know. It's an American holiday coming up. It's not really one, not really a military one, but also it is, and probably should be considered a military one. There you go.
I'm with you. It should be. It really should. You, wife, child, anything special? Just hanging around, barbecue, going anywhere? What do you got cooking this weekend?
We're gonna. Let's see. So I guess it would be my in-laws, my wife's sister. We're all going to take the kids to the beach and just kind of hang out.
Yeah, because that's a good idea. There won't be anybody at the beach over the weekend. I'm sure you'll probably have it all to yourself.
Not. I think it'll be all to ourselves. Yeah, I plan on it. I'm going to be really upset if I can't get the exact spot that I want. So hopefully I'm not disappointed.
Yeah. And don't take your heaters out there. No smoking at the beach anymore. Did you hear about that?
What? In Florida?
Smoking. No smoking I don't know about all of Florida, but
I thought it was America.
The new ordinance was passed Ponte Vedra Beach, Jacksonville Beach, Neptune Beach, and Atlantic Beach. Yeah, no more smoking. You can't smoke.
Is that only tobacco, or am I allowed to smoke weed out there? How does that work?
I think you can smoke weed. Just get your big bong out there and just go at it, man. Just stand up in front of everybody and start bonging it, man. Cheech and Chong style.
It's really windy for that out there, but I'll try.
You know what I understand. No, seriously, I think this was signed. I think it's literally against the law now to smoke on the 4 beaches here. I don't think it's a statewide thing, but I asked a couple people about it, and it's not necessarily. It wasn't enacted because of smoke. Wafting around.
Yeah.
It was the butts. People just weren't. What do you call that? Weren't just diligent smokers. They were just.
They got to ruin it for everybody.
And two things happen. The wildlife would eat the tobacco butt. That can't be good. And then it would they would all wash out into the ocean. And, that's not good, right?
Yeah, if you're going to smoke the cigarette on the butt, you're supposed to eat the butt. If you're going to smoke on the beach, you can't just throw it down. You got to eat it.
Or something. Take it with you or something.
I guess you could throw it away, yeah.
Because, I don't, I'm a non-smoker. I've never been a smoker. The last thing I want is your soggy cigarette butt, me stepping on it or as I reach down to, put my chair down, I don't want that. Ugh, that's gross. I don't know if I would have totally banned it, though. But if you don't totally ban it, the problem is, though, how do you enforce it? Because then you got to put like 800,000 beach patrol guys out there looking for people flicking their cigarette.
Well, this is what you do. You make sure that if they're smoking a cigarette, they got to also have a beer so that when they finish the cigarette, they can put the cigarette butt in the beer can.
In the beer,
or the bottle.
And in the can or the bottle, and then theoretically throw it in a garbage can, not just on the beach. But the problem is people are lazy out there, I think.
I know. They got to ruin it for everybody. They really are the worst.
They really do. And, I live in Mayport, which is near the beach, and I live near Mayport is near Atlantic Beach and Neptune, and then near Jackson. Hell, Jack's Beach is right there. So I go to the beach. I like the beach and all, and I have to admit there are garbage cans very conveniently located just about every beach walkout. Right, everywhere you go,
Jason
when you walk out on the beach.
Because he hopes that's true, because people don't know how to pick up their bunts. Yeah, exactly, Jason.
Yeah, and I couldn't read that real well on mine, but yeah, good for Jay. But I mean, pick up your, throw your trash away. Is there anything worse than going to a really like either a state park or anywhere, but like a state park or the beautiful beach, and you see litter? Litter's so gross, right? Throw it away.
It definitely so. It makes me cry, singular tear. It really does. Down my face. I don't like it.
I'm with you. And then you think, if you're doing that to the beautiful ocean or the beautiful beach or a state reserve or a state, what does your house look like? Do you just,
I would imagine
are you watching TV and you just throw the plate on the ground or the carton of food? Or, I mean, be a grown up, be an adult. Grow up, So, Zach, clean up your garbage this weekend when you go to the beach.
I am not the garbage person at the beach.
No? You're not that good.
I'm not a garbage guy.
Good for you. Good for you.
There
All
you
right,
go.
let's set the show. Let's set the show here. Hang tight, Zach. We'll have you on and off during the show. Got a lot to get to today. Today, I know it's July 3rd, but we're basically halfway through the year, right? We are basically when you hit like July 1, you're basically halfway through. We've eaten up 6 months. We got 6 months to go, right? We're pretty much halfway through. With that said, we're pretty much halfway through the sports year. If you think about it, some of the big things that we've already crossed, we've had a Super Bowl winner this year, the first half of the year. We've had a college football national champion. We've had March Madness has started, commenced, and ended. Florida Gators won March Madness. We've had the Masters. We've had the U.S. Open golf. We've had the players here locally. We've had we could go on and on. Zach, we've had a lot of stuff halfway home. But, Zach, we're only halfway through the year. We got a pretty good little menu set up for the second half of the year. You ready for it?
Yeah, let's go.
No particular order. Yeah, no particular order, and I may have missed some stuff, but just things we've got to look forward to as we have zipped through the first half of the sports calendar, but we've got the second half of the sports calendar left, such as ongoing right now, Wimbledon. That's a big deal. Wimbledon, they'll wrap up, Labor Day weekend?
Yeah, that fills the summer hours.
Yeah. Actually, U.S. Open will get going Labor Day weekend, but Wimbledon will go another 3 weeks. Wimbledon, big deal. Major League All-Star break and game is right around the corner. I'm looking forward to that. Speaking of tennis, the U.S. Open tennis, we've got Wimbledon now. That's always around 4th of July weekend, in and around there. U.S. Open is always around Labor Day tennis. So we've got the U.S. Open tennis coming up. It's a Ryder Cup year. Don't look now, Ryder Cup, and I think it's at Bethpage in New York. So the Ryder Cup boys will convene, and we will try and fight off those. Who do we fight? The filthy Europeans? Is that who we fight in Ryder Cup? I think.
Yeah, the Redcoats.
And then the President's Cup, I think, is the rest of the world or something. But yeah, we'll fight those filthy Europeans.
Is it really us versus the rest of the world? Is that really how it goes?
No, I think the President's Cup.
Yeah.
And I may have this backward, but literally, the Ryder Cup is the United States. The Ryder Cup is the United States against the European nations, and they send their team.
Yeah.
But then I think later the President's Cup is the United States versus everybody not European nation, right? But Zach, bottom line, we'll kick everybody's ass. We're equal opportunity ass kickers here in the United States, right?
It's everybody except for Europe. I got you. And then the Ryder Cup is just Europe.
Yeah,
that's how. Yeah.
I think I think that's how it cuts. But you know what? To speed things up, I'm fine if we just kick their ass all together. Just get them all together and just kick the world. Right? Let's just speed things up. We're gonna kick their ass anyway, right?
Yeah. Is Scotty Scheffler American? I think so. Yeah.
You're damn right he is. If he's not, we're praying for rain. We hope it rains that weekend.
I do think
if
you.
Scheffler,
What's up?
I was going to say, if Scheffler is not American, we're going to send some of those military planes and start seeding the clouds that weekend. Is what we're going to do. We want rain.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. I do think you potentially overlooked a really big sport event. The greatest athlete of all time is back in the saddle tomorrow. Joey Chestnut coming back to the Nathan's hot dog eating contest after his 1-year ban.
That is right. Do we know why he was banned? Do we remember why the great hot dog eater Chestnut?
Yeah,
was
something
banned?
about he had. I gotta go back and look at the details of this. But it's something about how he had. He was he was eating a different brand of hot dog that wasn't Nathan's, and he signed some type of deal with them or something like that.
That's right. It wasn't really a physical deal. It was he cut a side. He cut an NIL before NIL was available.
So it was with Impossible Foods, which I think that's one of those like soy meat brand companies, and so there was a conflict there, and so but now I guess they got all that sorted out, and the greatest of all time is back, and he will be competing.
Speaking of the hot dog eating contest, I guess tomorrow it'll be at Nathan's as always, right on Coney Island. Nathan's,
same time, same place.
The first guy. When you remember this hot dog eating contest kind of popped up hardcore about 20 years ago. And
Kobayashi. Oh yeah, I wanted to be him.
Little guy. He was the main guy, right? And he started all this, I think, and he ate a lot of hot dogs. I don't want to be insensitive, but knowing what he ingested over about 20 years, is Kobayashi still alive?
Last I checked, I think he was. Let me look.
You weigh like 500 pounds?
Oh, no, he's thin, but I don't know if he's necessarily in great shape.
He's got to have.
He's 47. He's fun.
He's got to have. Hey, he's got to have some gastrointestinal issues.
Got to be something. Got to be something. Like I don't necessarily know.
And then wasn't there like a female called the Black Widow or something that kind of jumped into the hot dog eating contest?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She kind of had that same kind of thin build. And she would do the thing where her stomach. Well, they did the thing where their stomach would expand downwards.
Huh.
And so that's kind of just the way. The same thing with Joey Chestnut. Joey Chestnut's a little bigger. Miko Sudu, I think, was her name.
Okay, but I'm right. A little tiny Asian girl was really good.
Sonia Thomas was the Black Widow, actually. My bad.
Okay, Black Widow, Sonia Thomas.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this: what is the just the protocol? Would you get in trouble if you were buddies? If you're a buddy of just a good friend of Joey Chestnut, Kobayashi, Sonia Thomas, whoever it was, one of these incredible world champion
legends,
hot dog eating people. If you're just a friend of theirs, and it's just like it's not the 4th of July weekend, because we know that's their big hot dog weekend, right? That's it, man. So if it's just a random, let's say you and Joey Chestnut are buddies, and it's Memorial Day weekend coming up. Do you dare ring out the phone, maybe text Joey and say, hey, Joey, man, if you're not doing anything, we're having a cookout. We're having hamburgers and hot dogs. Oh, sorry. Do you invite him? Do you invite him for a hamburger or hot dog weekend?
I'm imagining that's probably the last thing that he wants to drink, potentially. But I have seen videos of him drinking like an entire case of beer. Joey Chestnut. Okay. So that might be the lane you want to go down if you're partying with him.
And if you look up eating championships.
Oh, yeah.
Guys like Chestnut and all, and not only Chestnut, there are other guys and women. You can be a champ. They have spaghetti eating. They have rib eating. If you can think of the food, they have a eating championship and a champion. I
think I could potentially do sweet tea, like liquid form. I think I could I think I can chug sweet tea faster than anybody. I make it disappear. Now I've seen these guys I've seen them do like a pitcher of lemonade and make it go away like faster, as if it went faster than it would go if you just poured it straight out. It goes faster down their throat. But I would throw my hat in that ring. I would.
Yeah, I could see that. Can you imagine spaghetti? And I think there's definitely a spaghetti eating world championship. You know how heavy pasta sits on your stomach? Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that.
Oh my goodness. Is Chestnut the favorite, I guess? Is he still the
he's a betting favorite.
Is he still the top dog? Pun intended.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
You get it? Is he still?
Oh
the
yeah,
top
he definitely
dog?
is. I mean, he's got to be. He laps the field basically.
Yeah. How about the first time you ever watched? I remember watching it way back, and I'm like, okay, it's kind of gross. And then a few years into it, I don't think it started like this. Somebody thought, I got an idea. Let's take the whole hot dog and bun and dip it in water, right? They eat it with water to help it wash down, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yeah, just to make it slide. And some of them even do this little, they shimmy it down, back and forth.
I mean, think about right now how many hot dog buns in your life. I mean, we've all made 1 million hot dogs. Can you imagine taking the hot dog bun and a big 16-ounce glass of water and dipping that bun and then eating it? That's just gross right on its own, isn't it? It'd be all mushy.
Yeah, pretty gross. Pretty gross. He's a minus 2,500 favorite, which is a humongous favorite considering.
Does it tell who are the top 2 or 3 in this thing? Is Kobayashi in it, or is he done? He's
retired. I see a Patrick Bertoletti, and he's plus 1,500, and then a Jeffrey Esper plus 2,500. So I mean,
let's call him
humongous odds.
I'm going to call him Fat.
He's probably got something like that. And then if you want to bet just the total on Joey Chestnut, his over under is set at 71.5. His personal record being 76.
In what's the time frame? 10 minutes?
I think this is 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. God almighty. Now, what do you do? what does Chestnut do like tonight? Does he eat a light meal? Does he eat nothing? I mean, what do you do before?
I would imagine light meal. I think light and then nothing tomorrow. That's what I think.
Yeah. And
I bet he knows.
What if he wakes up tomorrow morning he's just starving for some breakfast? What do you do?
Yeah, he's got to wait. He's got to wait. You got to have that dog in him.
No pun intended.
Yeah, multiple dogs.
Pun intended. Well, a couple more sports as Zach let us know that the biggest sport here in the second half of the season, sports year, is the Nathan's hot dog eating. Is it still Nathan's and all? Are they still the big sponsor?
Yeah, they're the ones. I've actually never had a Nathan's hot dog. People say it's the best.
Now you can buy them. I know they're in grocery stores. I've seen them on the. I don't know if I've ever bought any of those either. But yeah, they're in the grocery stores everywhere.
Yeah. Let's say they're the best. I don't know.
How about Nathan's and this whole almost free advertising they've got in the last 20 years?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the biggest thing you could possibly ever sponsor.
And I would imagine. And Nathan's, the hot dog stand is there in Coney Island, right? They don't just bring that. That's where it originates. Right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Can you imagine how much international traffic they get year-round? I would think a bunch of people say, we got to go eat a hot dog. This is where, look at me, Mom. This is where.
Yeah, it's like a novelty.
Hey, speaking of novelties, and you know what? Shame on me. Maybe I can do this real quick. Earlier today, I went to see a friend of mine. I had to see a buddy of mine. He was at a place having lunch not far from here. And I don't know if I can do this. So I'm at this restaurant sports bar kind of right up the street meeting a buddy of mine.
There you go.
And another guy that I kind of know. Mm-hmm. And darn it, I got to see if I can find it. It's on my Facebook. Let me see if I can send it to you, okay?
Walter Cronkite.
I don't know if what's that?
Was it Walter Cronkite? I don't know.
Just hold on. You're making me mad. Why are you making me mad right now? All right, hold on.
That's Let me the easiest possible thing to do.
I tell you, and you're good at it. You know that? You're really good at it. Hold on. So how do I find it? I posted it already.
Hold on. So there is a payoff to this.
Yeah, here we go. So I guess here's the photo. So I guess I got to save it to my phone. Is that what I have to do? What if I hit share and put your name?
I see your photo. Is it you holding up something?
Yes. Can you grab that? Don't tell me. Don't spoil it.
Okay. All right.
How about today? I guess I could check this off my bucket list if it was on my bucket list. Today, earlier, I had, and if you can get that photo, we want to show it. I was holding a solid gold brick of silver. Have you ever done that in your life? Dude, it was heavy as hell,
I can't say that I have. So you were bricked up.
It was heavy as hell. It was like 100. I think the guy said it was 100 ounces. Does that sound right? But
probably. I don't know.
See if you can put this. And you know what? When he handed it to me, damn, I wish I was younger because I'm not as quick. I started running for the door. You know, I was trying to get out of there with the brick of silver.
So how much is a
well, I don't know.
Silver?
Can you? I think he said it weighed is 100 ounces on. It was pretty heavy. It felt like 4 or 5 pounds.
See, I was going to say that's about 5 pounds is going to be my estimation.
Okay, and now
probably
can
more like
you look
6
up,
pounds. Yeah.
Okay, 6 pounds. Can you? So we'll call it 100 ounces, right? I think he said it was 100 ounces a brick. And can you look up the cost of silver per ounce right now? And obviously it fluctuates day to day. Can you look up silver? And did you get the picture? I want to show everybody. I had a brick of silver.
Working on the picture.
And
I've almost got the picture.
All right. So
little impromptu type stuff here. But yeah, well, 16 ounces is a pound. I know that. Yeah.
So 16 into 100 is how many? And then we need to hold on. Let me ask my man here, my girl. I don't know if it's a man or a girl. How much is gold? Dang it, I messed that up. How much? Hold on. We're producing on the fly.
How much is a pound of gold worth or silver?
No, hold on. How much is an ounce of silver selling for right now? Zach, you see where I'm going with this? So if we got to find out what it's selling for ounce-wise, and we know I was holding 100 ounces. I think I had $1 billion in my hand. $37.15. So now can you do, Zach, 37.15 times 100? So that's a pretty good chunk of money.
All right, there's the there's the
look at there.
I lost
look at there. And I started running. I started running out of the store there, the restaurant, and I looked over my shoulder and I heard there was gunfire and there were horses. You know who was behind me? You know who was behind me chasing me? And they caught me. All those guys from Tombstone, the movie Tombstone, they chased me down.
Yeah, for sure.
Wyatt Earp and the boys got me.
I can't believe that happened.
Yeah. So
the thought of that is blinding me right now.
So was that $370? Is that, no, 100 ounces at $37 an ounce.
That sounds right.
Can you do that? Can you do that math? Hold on. Hold on. Hold, please.
Well, that'd be 3,700.
How much is 37 ounces at $37 an ounce?
Be 3,700, yeah.
Hold on. If that was $3,700, man, I'm going back.
No, 3,700.
Is that what that translates to?
137 is 3,700, man. Yeah, I'm pretty confident on this.
Wait a minute. To calculate 37 ounces at $37 per ounce, it says 1,369. That doesn't sound right.
Nah, man.
I think I had $3,700 worth of brick in my hand.
Yeah, you're doing the JU conversion.
Yeah, I guess. I'm more used to kilos. I mean, wait a minute. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Well, you got to know grams and ounces before you start moving on to kilos.
I don't know. I got minions to do that for me. I don't do all the minions.
yeah, for sure.
But let's go back real quick. Was that not cool? Have you ever in your life held a brick of silver?
That is cool. I can't say I have.
Look at that.
I'll be honest. I have no idea why your camera's not here, but whatever.
My camera's not what?
It's not on this screen. I don't know why it's not.
I don't know. Well, you're the producer.
That's what I'm saying. No, I don't. I definitely don't expect you to know. No.
Jeez, I got to do everything here. Oh, man, I'm robbing. I robbed a stagecoach earlier today, as you could tell. Stole some silver. I got the show set up here on the patio. I mean, what else do you want me to do, Zach? For God's sake. Do I have to host the show too? Oh yeah, I guess
potentially.
I guess I do. Let me go back here. Other sporting events. We're halfway through the year. Ryder Cup. I told you we've got the Ryder Cup coming up. Let me back up. We're halfway through the sports year. Through the year, basically. Sports events we still have coming our way. So we got a lot of stuff to look forward to. Wimbledon is underway. The Major League Baseball All-Star Game is a couple weeks away. The U.S. Open Tennis Championships in Flushing Meadows coming up several weeks away. This is a Ryder Cup year, so we will beat those filthy Europeans again in golf. We got that coming up. This little thing called the World Series we still have coming up. This little thing called the NFL and college football season kickoff. We still have that coming up. And don't look now. I know it just ended about 4 hours ago. The NBA season will start in about another 2 hours, right? The NBA season never ends.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, do we count these two? I got 2 events. Do we count? Are they big enough boys to count on this list of sporting events we have still to look forward to the second half of the year? The Tour de France, do we count that?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
We'll count.
Why not?
They're in. Tour de France. The FedEx Cup, the Golf FedEx Cup. Do we count that? It's just a bunch of wealthy golfers trying to win more money.
Yeah.
Right? It's like the best.
Probably.
It's like the biggest winners that go to play for $10 million or something like that.
Yeah, I would say so.
Do we count that?
Yeah, anything with $10 million, probably, yeah.
All right. We'll count that. But again, some of the sporting events we've already seen go by the first half of the year. The Super Bowl, we crowned the Super Bowl champion. We crowned the college football champion. We crowned March Madness and the Masters. Any other big sporting events the first half of the year? I mean, big ones that we've already can you think of anything? Obviously, we had the U.S. Open golf, and we've had the Players. And
did you mention March Madness?
Yeah, March Madness is in there. We've already crowned Super Bowl, college football, March Madness, and Masters. That's the ones I say that are the big boys we've already hit. And I did it quickly. I may have missed some.
There was Lord Stanley's Cup.
Yeah, we don't care about that.
I cared. I won $80 off that.
What sport is that?
The hockey.
Oh, yeah, hockey. Yeah, we don't care about it.
Well, hey, this is we live in hockey, the hockey capital of the world. All the Florida teams do is win.
We put the hockey next to the WNBA. We really don't care about that. We don't care about that. Anything else we're missing? The first half?
The WNBA. That's another one.
Yeah, that's yours. That's on the top of your list. So,
but
tough. Anyway, the whole discussion point is, hey man, we're halfway through the year. We still have a lot of big sporting events and sports things to look forward to as we went down that list. All right, let's take a break here.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Then you got the first half of the football season where people around here still have hope for their teams to make the playoffs.
Yeah, maybe first quarter of the football season. Let's say
potentially
first quarter of the first.
Yeah,
and I mean the first quarter of the first game is what I mean.
Oh my God,
the first quarter. The first quarter. Well, I'll take that back because Etienne fumbled into the end zone. I think that was the third quarter. Was that the third or fourth quarter?
God, yeah, that was such a tough way to start the season. Their whole season legitimately could have went completely different if they had got that win. I think that's just kind of one of those "woe is me, here we go again" moments, and it sets you down that path.
Yeah. And I know it was the first game; it was a long time ago, but I think most people around here we remember the game. Jaguars open up last season on the road, first game of the year. Here we go, and once that play happened, at that point, remember the game? The Jaguars had dominated that game. They had taken that game over. They had taken that game over. And fumble into the end zone, touchback, recovered. And I want to say it was at least the first 2 plays. It might have been the first play. Miami hits a quick little guy. What was the quick little guy? The slot guy for Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Is it Hill? They hit Hill for like an 80-yard touchdown. Game's flipped. Totally flipped.
Yeah. It happened just bang, just like that.
So, being the smart people that the Jaguar front office have employed, on the heels of the first game, the biggest play in the first game that probably set the tone negatively for the Jaguars last year was a running back fumbling the ball. The Jaguars decided to go get a running back that has fumbling issues. Have you heard the Virginia Tech guy is a fumbling machine, they say.
Yeah, the fumbling issues and the fact that he had to wear the brace, those are both kind of concerns with him. But, I mean, we'll see.
So let's go get a guy that at Virginia Tech fumbled 9 times in his career. And you remember the very first on-field workout, the very first time in a skeleton drill, they handed this guy, what is his name, Tootin? Tootin's the running back.
Yeah, Tootin.
The very first time they handed him the ball, he fumbled it. How Jaguar is that, by the way?
At least he's still healthy.
He's consistent. You know
he's
what?
Healthy and consistent. There you go.
healthy and consistent. All right, let's take a break here. We looked at the first half of the sports season. It is behind us. We've still got a second half, and there are a lot of good stuff, good topics, good games, good seasons to look forward to. I hope you enjoyed that. When we come back, let's do a little Major League Baseball. I'm going to call it a holiday weekend preview. Man, a lot is happening. Baseball is heating up and you know this, Zach, the All-Star game in Major League Baseball, we call it the halfway mark. It's really it's about 50. It'll be about 12 to 15 games past the halfway mark. They always play halfway is 81 games, 81, 162. Once next Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday is the final game before the All-Star break. They'll have about 90-something games under their belt. So we really have a pretty good feel. We'll look at the holiday preview, who's hot, who's not. We'll also look at some Major League Baseball standings and stats. You may not know who's leading the home run chase and the average chase, who's got the most wins in Major League Baseball. We'll do that as well. And Zachary Rothrock, I just don't know why people continuously do this. But, Zach, there is another sports league that is about to debut that they may as well just burn their money. And you won't.
Yanks.
I'll explain it when we come back. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but there's a sports league that has been announced. They're going to do tryouts, and they're going to start setting their cities, and they're going to play starting next year. Zach, just hand me the money, and we could just burn it to speed. Why? Why do these people just waste their money? I'll tell you the latest sports league that has no shot at doing anything except wasting millions of dollars. That and a whole lot more. We're just getting started here. It is a Thursday edition. I want to thank our good friends here at Sliders Oyster Bar. We're set up on the patio, as always, here. Happy hour going on right now. $12 oysters. $12 for a dozen oysters. That's their Thursday special, among other specials. You can't beat it. Great seafood provided by Safe Harbor Seafood all over the menu here at Sliders Oyster Bar. Let's take a break. Come back. A lot of sports to get to before we break for the holiday weekend.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax Pal. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax Pal.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Okay, let's get it on. It's a Thursday edition, kind of a fun holiday weekend. You can kind of feel it. I don't think many people are working today other than Zach Rothrock and Terry Norvelle. Well, it's what we do, Zach. We're worker bees. It's what we do. Feels like this holiday weekend is right around the corner. Hope you have a great time. We are off tomorrow. Just want to make sure everybody knows that. No show tomorrow. We're going to enjoy the 4th of July holiday, and we'll be back on Monday. So we'll have a lot of stuff to cover and review on Monday. We'll get to a lot of stuff today before we get out of here at 6 o'clock. Zach, have you heard of the new Pro Sports League? And I guess, man, it's not me, but there are a lot of people that have more money than common sense in this world. Have you figured that out?
I've noticed this trend, yeah.
I have neither.
I wish I could be one of those people.
I would love to be a bunch of money and no common sense. I'm both. I have no money or common sense. Here's the latest, and you know me. I try to save. I'm a helper. Everybody knows that, Terry. I'm a helper by nature. I just want to help people, right? I'm the dutiful parent. I would rather feed you than eat myself, even though I'm hungry. You know how I am, Zach. Wow. You've known me a long time.
I didn't realize this about you.
I'm a helper.
Yeah, sure.
I'm a helper. I have tried to help some of these wealthy people over the years that insist on starting professional sports leagues that have no chance of making it. And I've tried to catch these people a bunch of times and say, don't waste your money, but B, Zach, if you're going to waste your money on the UFL, for example, right? What a stupid idea. It was never going to work. If you're going to waste your money, then don't waste your time also. If you want to waste that much money, millions, just grab your stack, I'll bring a lighter, and we can just burn the money, and it'll take like 5 minutes. Instead of wasting all the time and money. Here's the latest one.
Yeah, the Joker did the same thing on The Dark Knight. This is crazy. The same thing you're describing.
Yeah. Here's where I'm at. Yesterday, this